Imagine walking down a busy city street in 1926. Jazz music drifts from a nearby club. Automobiles rumble past. Neon lights flicker in the evening air. And everywhere you look, fashion is changing. Women with sleek bobbed hair stride confidently in knee-length dresses. Cloche hats hug their heads. Fabrics move freely as they walk, dance, and laugh. The world had never seen anything like it before. Welcome to the Roaring Twenties, a decade where fashion didn't just follow society's changes, it helped lead them. The world after World War I. To understand the fashion revolution of the 1920s, we first need to look at what came before it. The early 1900s had strict social rules, especially for women. Clothing was heavy, structured, and restrictive. Corsets squeezed the waist, long skirts brushed the floor. Fashion emphasized modesty and tradition. But everything changed after World War I. During the war, millions of women entered the workforce. They worked in factories, hospitals, and offices. For the first time, many women experienced independence outside the home. When the war ended, they didn't want to go back to the old restrictions. They wanted freedom, and fashion began to reflect that desire. The bobbed hair revolution. One of the most shocking fashion statements of the decade wasn't a dress, it was a haircut. For generations, long hair had been considered the ultimate symbol of femininity. Women spent years growing and styling it. But in the 1920s, many women cut their hair short into what became known as the bob. The bob haircut was simple, modern, and bold. It framed the face and moved freely when women danced the Charleston. At first, the style shocked traditional society. Some beauty salons even refused to cut women's hair that short. But the trend spread rapidly. Soon, the bob became one of the defining symbols of the modern woman. The rise of the sportif woman. Another powerful influence on 1920s fashion came from sports. French tennis champion Suzanne Lenglen became an international star, not just because of her talent, but also because of her style. At a time when most athletes still wore restrictive clothing, Lenglen appeared on the tennis court in lightweight skirts, sleeveless tops, and comfortable outfits designed for movement. Her fashion choices were revolutionary. Suddenly, women wanted clothes that allowed them to move, play sports, and live active lives. This trend became known as the sportif craze, where athletic-inspired fashion entered everyday style. Clothing became lighter, simpler, and far more practical than before. The influence of Art Deco. At the same time, a bold artistic movement was sweeping across the world. Art Deco. Art Deco celebrated modernity. It used geometric shapes, strong lines, and sleek symmetry to create designs that felt futuristic and glamorous. You could see it everywhere, in architecture, jewelry, interior design, and fashion. Magazines like Vogue showcase this style on their covers through stunning illustrations created by artists such as Georges Lepape, Benito, and William Bolen. Their drawings captured the spirit of the new decade. The figures were elegant and stylized, with sharp lines and dramatic silhouettes. Fashion and art were moving together toward a sleek, modern future. Coco Chanel and the Little Black Dress. Perhaps no designer captured the spirit of the 1920s better than Coco Chanel. Chanel believed that fashion should be elegant, but also comfortable and practical. Her designs rejected the heavy fabrics and complicated shapes of earlier decades. Instead, she created simple silhouettes that allowed women to move freely. In 1926, she introduced one of the most iconic garments in fashion history, the Little Black Dress. Before Chanel, black clothing was mostly associated with mourning.